Victoria, British Columbia, is guarded by a mystery Edwardian fortress on the west coast. Once home to James Dunsmuir, a powerful and rich provincial politician, Hatley Castle today houses Royal Roads University. He intended to retire and enjoy fishing, hunting, and golfing away from business and political life. Laura, his wife, craved attention, unlike James. She intended the interior to host her prominent guests, including local celebrities and British nobles. Laura adored these events and sang to her guests. The castle was erected in 18 months by Samuel McClure. Despite costing over $4 million, the structure fulfilled James and Laura their desires. The 50-room structure is 200 feet long, 86 feet broad, and has a medieval castle facade, Norman tower, and 2 Tudor Renaissance wings on each side. An outstanding 10-kilometer winding road winds across the 640-acre property. The beautiful rose, Japanese, and Italian gardens originally required 100 workers to maintain. James Dunsmuir was born to prosperous coal mine owner Robert. James studied mining engineering at Blacksburg, Virginia, where he married Laura Searles, the daughter of a famous farmer, to follow in his father's footsteps. After moving to Nanaimo, British Columbia, James became his father's mining manager and Laura a socialite. James was an effective manager. Production increased 350%. He also boosted maritime wharves and rail locomotives. The Esquimalt and Nanaimo Railway was needed as the firm expanded. Robert became a provincial cabinet minister in 1883, giving James more corporate control. James drove development and earnings after opening a coal field in Comox. His father's mine, north of Nanaimo, took twice as long to produce coal as the mine did in 1890, its third year. James conquered the mining empire when Robert died in 1889. He expanded and improved mining and transportation. Esquimalt and Nanaimo Railway made its first profit. British Columbia's wealthiest family was the Dunsmuirs. At 69, James Dunsmuir died at his fishing lodge. Daughter Eleanor and Laura resided in the castle. Laura died in 1937, Eleanor 6 months later. After Laura's death, a maid felt watched while no one was there. Her emotions were so strong that she hesitated to enter several castle chambers alone. 3 years after Laura's death, the Defense Department bought the castle for $75,000 to use as a naval training center. Cadets and staff officers lived and ate in the castle at Royal Roads Military College. It was then that Laura became noticeable. The lads began reporting unusual incidents almost immediately after settling there. While studying late at night on the 2nd or 3rd level, cadets sometimes felt like they were surrounded in frigid cobwebs. They regularly saw a little elderly lady near their beds. The specter sometimes tore at their covers as they slept. Many thought it was Laura Dunsmuir's ghost. A cadet playing as a senior officer found the female ghost very unsettling. A pull on his legs woke him up early one morning. He was horrified to find the female ghost. He struggled to escape, but she held on. The lady vanished when he fled. Laura didn't enjoy the house full of lads. She may have been protecting them. She may have been attempting to have them expelled from school to avoid her son's destiny with her pranks. A lady on a Hatley Castle ghost tour in 2012 captured a female apparition. A vintage hat-wearing ethereal lady stands on the steps. Are the lights playing tricks, or is Laura Dunsmuir's ghost monitoring her house for visitors? Could one of the castle's other female ghosts be it? As a naval training college, cadets occasionally glimpsed a young lady roaming the castle corridors before leaving via a door or window. She sometimes cried in one room and floated out the window toward the sea. This window has opened and closed on its own for years. Annabelle, a young chambermaid who wooed Laura Dunsmuir, is sometimes identified as the disturbed spirit. Laura volunteered to pay for Annabelle's wedding. Groom tragically left young lady at altar. Annabelle discovered her fiancé was married with children. After being devastated, she returned to Hatley Castle and plunged to her death from a higher window. Some believe the ghostly apparition is cradling a baby. Visitors took more than memories from the castle. A young mother, husband, and daughter visited Hatley Castle in 2013. Nothing unusual happened, but when they arrived home, strange things happened. A baby's sobbing awakened the tourist and her husband early the next morning. They ran to their daughter's room in fear, but found her asleep. It happened again. The mother promptly checked on her peaceful, protected daughter. She heard wailing in her room and realized it was the baby monitor. She was horrified to see the monitor disconnected and batteryless. To sleep, she moved it to another room. Her workplace had more unusual events, boxes dropping suddenly and other issues. The couple consulted a psychic, who informed them the castle nanny's spirit had followed them home. Good thing the restless spirit left them, witnessing James Jr.'s spirit roaming the castle. He's wearing his military uniform and staring at his sister like, "Everything is all right, Dola." He vanishes as she rushes to him. People are still astonished to see a young guy in a WWI military uniform going through the gardens or up from the lagoon.